Hi, my name's Tom, and I want to share about housekeeping. I'm doing a little bit of housekeeping right now in terms of making videos and talking about like what's the deal. I've also been doing housekeeping recently, like in my house and in my office, and now I'm starting to make this video, and I've made lots of videos, and I like making videos, and that's what I want to talk about today. But I'm going to fidget with this thing because for some reason I'm feeling really uncomfortable trying to make this video, partially because the setup didn't go how I want to go. I want to make a video not standing in my office with my webcam, although this is a pretty good setup. I have lighting, I've got a camera, I've got a microphone that works and everything, but I feel weird. I'm looking at my computer. But I bought this $8 lav mic from Radio Shack. It does not work. I lost my lav mic. I don't know where it is, and I guess I could just use the mic on my Sony camera, whatever. So all that aside, it doesn't matter. I'm doing this housekeeping and like getting my act together with my gear to make my videos and how I want to make videos and stuff. And I want to do a little bit of housekeeping about what am I doing? I have this YouTube channel called Creep Killer, Creep Killer Zine. And for the past year, I've wanted to make a zine. And okay, I don't have any with me, but I've made some zines, but like just like kind of like demos and drafts and things like that. And I've put a lot of work into it. And I guess my vision of the zine is just a little too complex, which is kind of ironic because the zine should be something where it's like, oh yeah, we crank these out. We don't think too hard about it, but I'm kind of overthinking it. So I want to make videos so I can have a minimum viable product, like whatever it is that I'm trying to talk about in the zine, just make a video and talk about it. The thing is, in the zine, I want to have essays and poetry and cartoons and puzzles and all kinds of ideas. I have a lot of ideas about it. And I may never get there. It might just be this thing that's like, I thought about the other day, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, how like, in some sense, they're detectives. That's like, they're like some kind of like detectives or I want to say superheroes. They're not superheroes, but like, they're supposed to be doing something, but they just never do. Like, ostensibly, like in name, sure, they're detectives or whatever, but they just, and I sort of think of that like, yeah, I'm a zine author, zinist or something, apparently, or not apparently, right? That's what I'm talking about. So it may be like that it's just the zine is just this thing that I talk about as this vision for where we could go. And I never get there, but at least maybe I can accomplish some things along the way. So as I was just getting really distracted, researching, should I get a shotgun mic or what's the best shotgun mic? Oh, if I get an XLR converter, I can use my other lav mic that I already have, blah, blah, blah. Well, I was like, I should just make a video with the setup that I have right now. I mean, that's the whole point. Even if I'm not like fully comfortable with this setup right now, it's fine. I've made plenty of videos on my computer like this already. It's all good. So I want to make these videos because I have all these ideas for a zine that just may never happen. And I just like making videos. And I just felt the other day like, hey, like I should just go back to, I've been making videos, but I want to publish more videos. I make videos like for myself, for my friends. I've got ones on YouTube that are just private, ones that I send around on WhatsApp. So I make videos, sometimes make videos just that I'm going to watch and nobody else is ever going to watch, but I want to record myself. And of course I make videos like of my kid and his friends and of nature and stuff like that. And just, these are all just like on WhatsApp. It's not even on Instagram or Facebook. It's just, I love doing it. It's a format. For whatever reason, I'm a writer, but it turns out I like making videos as well. I'm kind of a videographer. Not a great videographer, but I like making it. So that's all good. I just want to do more of it. So that's all I'm doing here today is saying I'm just going to make this fucking video just to do it. And I want to talk about a little bit about housekeeping in terms of how cool it is to take care of your house. How cool it is to go clean your house. I had a cleaning lady twice a week for years. And it is a part of me that's like ashamed of that. I have some friends visiting right now from Philadelphia, outside of Philadelphia. And when they knew me 17 years ago, 16, 15 years ago, I was this hardcore minimalist, DIY. All my possessions fit in a duffel bag. When I left the suburbs of Philly, everything I owned fit in a duffel bag, and it stayed that way for several years. I would ride my bike 20 miles to meet people instead of taking a car because I just didn't want to deal with having a car. I didn't have a car for years and years, but even when I had a car, I would prefer taking one of my bikes. I liked bikes because they were easy to work on yourself. I worked on my own cars as well. I had lots of tools, fixed things around the house, all this kind of thing. I had like a DIY ethic and a frugality ethic. Now, I don't really like the word frugality for some reason because I think that it has the wrong connotation. Because I don't mean being cheap. I just mean like really getting the most value out of what you have. I have a 2001 Ford Escape. It sucks. It's not a great car. I'm trying to get as much out of it as I can because I just want to take, it's a car, it works, and I want to take care of the things that I have, So I had this ethic, and of course part of that was cleaning, and I kept everything. I had, when I was maybe really like younger, maybe messy, but before, by my mid-20s, I really got around to really taking pride in keeping things very clean. And so something happened, and I ended up with like somebody else cleaning my house all the time. And I still had the moments when I got to clean my house, when I got to like really do some kind of like, deep cleaning and reorganizing things and taking ownership of my space. And I really love that. There's so much power to sweeping the floor and just getting all the dirt out of your house and all the old stuff out with the old, So there's something I think magical, there's like a kind of a magic thing that happens just clearing out old stuff, all the old energy that goes with that stuff. And I don't mean energy in some weird sense of like something you can't put your hands on, but I mean energy literally like, oh, I left this thing here on the counter and that's like a remnant of some shit that I was doing a couple of days ago. Well, now it's gone, it's thrown away or it's put away or whatever. And I've cleared my plate from whatever I was doing before, and the people in this environment, this people in this area were doing before, is all gone, So I didn't want to get rid of the cleaning lady because it was part of her job. I was one of her clients, and I didn't want to interrupt her income. But some circumstances worked out where it was like, okay, this is kind of my chance to move on. And so now it's been a week or 2 weeks that she's been gone, and my house is cleaner than ever. And I feel really good about it. And I just like that, having that ownership of my space. I guess there's a lot more I want to say about cleaning and housekeeping, but my plan is just to ramble and to try to keep it to just a few minutes. It's already at like 8 minutes here, so I'll probably say more about this topic in the past, but just wanted to check in about that idea. And in my office, I do have a woman who cleans my office, and she's a very nice lady, and I'm not going to mess up her income. And it's only, she just does the superficial cleaning, which is all I wanted from her. So it is up to me to tear down my desk, take out all the cables and all the boxes and everything, and take everything outside and hose things down and whatever, I did that the other day, and I found spider webs that had probably been in my office for like 3 years. It's like, oh, let's get rid of these guys, So part of this housekeeping, this is one of the things I want to talk about. Anybody who made it to 9 minutes into listening to me talk is now getting the big payoff. Not really. But I reorganized my house, so I took the couch and the TV out of the living room. Another thing that's not me, I never really wanted that. I had it. It happened. It happened. There was a TV and a couch in the living room. So anyway, fuck that. Now they're in a different room, and they're on their way out of the house completely. But, bit by bit, I reorganized my house. Eating now is all outside on the patio. There's no dining room area. It's just the dining room area is outside on the patio. And the living room, dining room area is now just all of my musical instruments, my books, DJ equipment, some chairs to sit in, and some stools to sit on, and things like that. And that's that. So now I have a piano where the TV used to be. I have like an electric piano. Yamaha. That's what I was thinking. Yamaha. But it's cool. It's just a piano. It's not a MIDI controller or anything like that. Just an 88 key piano. And now I play a lot more piano. Of course, I was already playing guitar because that was the one instrument that was in my living room. And that was the main thing I did in my living room, was go pick up the guitar and try to find somewhere to play it. But there's like just stuff in the way. Blech. Now it's wide open for playing guitar, for playing recorder. We got drumsticks with drum pads. We got bongos. We got claves. We've got the piano. And whatever else is in there, I can't even... I'm sure I'm missing things, but we got the sampler, we got the, what's that guy called? What's the sampler called? The MPC. We got the MPC. We got the DJ controller. It's all set up. So it's just a much better living space. And I did this housekeeping, this like envisioning, like, what do I want my life to look like? Let's set it up for the future. So that's what I did. And it worked out really good. I made a structural change in my life. One big effort over the course of 2 days, push, push, push. And now the default is not to come home and sit on the couch and watch TV. Now the default is to come home and sit in a chair, maybe, or pick up the sampler, or just go over to the piano. But I had some friends over the other day, and people went down to the pool, but me and the one guy were still upstairs. And we just sat down in the chairs that were kind of facing each other, set up to have a conversation. And it felt so much, it was actually way more functional than having the couch, because me and this dude are not going to probably sit on the couch next to each other and feel like super comfortable. And then you're not really facing each other, and it's just, you can do it, but it's kind of weird. But with two chairs that are kind of set up for having a conversation, now my living room is a place where you can sit around and have a conversation. It's way better. So I believe in making these kind of structural changes, because I don't have the ability to make a good decision every single day. Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? But I can make it a good decision one time to change my environment, or change the way my life is working, change something structural about how my life operates, whether that means a physical change or some accountability, an appointment with another person, something that is going to happen automatically or is a part of the landscape of my life. So with housekeeping, we can do that. And I just wanted to make a housekeeping video talking about what kind of videos I'm making, or not really that. I'm going to make whatever video I want. I just like making videos, and there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing here. It's just for me to talk about stuff. And I like being on camera, and I like talking. I like making videos. I like the lighting and the audio and all that kind of stuff. Even if I'm not always great at it, I'm not perfect at it, and I'm not trying to be perfect at it, but I like doing it. It's fun. So yeah, I just want to housekeep. I'm going to make some videos. I'm just going to talk about bullshit. I'm going to sound stupid. Hopefully nobody who knows me personally has to watch this and cringe. But hopefully I won't do anything that has anybody cringing too hard. But I just like talking about my life. I am pathologically extroverted. I want to say that I need the attention, but I like attention, but it's more so that I just feel more resolved. I feel better about things when I've put them out into the world. My life, I feel a lot of things exist in relation to all of the other people in the world. I don't know. Dig into that later. There's plenty of extroverts out there in the world. They know. And the introverts, they also know, because they're like, no, fuck that, right? So here we go. That is a 14-minute video. That is long enough. We'll talk some more about housekeeping sometime. But some basic housekeeping underway. The creep killer videos. One day, there's going to be a creep killer zine, and it's going to be sick. And it's going to have interactive maze that's like a video game you play in your head, and there's going to be portals, and you flip to different pages. It's going to be very complex. And the promise is out there for all kinds of cool topics to be covered in zine format. But for now, I'm just going to talk shit in videos and at least get these ideas out into the world. All right. Thanks for listening.